All right, have you ever smoked a full packer brisket with a bone attached to it? Neither have I. I got this product from the Bearded Butchers, 23-pound bone-in brisket, grain-fed, amazing product. So the bone is on the meat side, and then you've got the fat cap on the other side. It's like backwards. So I'm gonna actually cut all or trim all the fat off of the fat cap, basically, and use the bone as the protection. So it's kind of upside down. Using the bold and the black seasoning from the Bearded Butchers, getting it nice and heavy on there. And then I'm gonna go with a meter block, gonna put a probe in the point and a probe in the flat, and then get it on the Traeger ironwood. So I'm gonna get this 225 degrees, and we're just gonna go until it hits about 170 or so. Yes, I got the fat on there to make tallow that'll go into the wrap. So 6:30 p.m. it went on. This was 2:30 in the morning. You see the bark is building up nicely, getting it a little bit of a spritz, and then go to bed, come back about 8 o'clock in the morning. The bark's looking great, a little bit more spritz. So this was 14 hours at 225 degrees before it went into this wrap right here. Look at that bark. There's the bone side, but I'm gonna still keep bone side down, reposition that meter probe so I can get this thing covered. Got the beef broth that goes into all my brisket wraps, and then I'll pour the tallow right over the top of the meat. A lot of people will say, oh, that's ruining the bark. Well, when you see the end product, you'll see that the bark is not phased. So tallow, wrap it back on. And so 275 degrees, since it's not gonna take any more smoke, we just wanna braise it at this point. 4 hours at that point, 2-hour rest. And now it's time to remove the probes and check this out. 23 pounds, obviously you've got the bone, you've got a little bit more fat, but look at the bone pull on this. And this was some of the best shredded beef I've ever had. Once I remove the rest of this bone, there was so much shredded beef in between all those bones, it was like insane. So now I want to get into the actual brisket. So I started off, as you can see here, cutting with the grain, which isn't what you want to do with meat because you won't get the most tender bite, as this brisket was tender either way. Juicy, smoke ring was insane. So then I started cutting against the grain so I can have the most tender bite. And I can tell you the bark, the smoke flavor, everything about this thing was insane. The Bearded Butchers have some amazing product, and this was definitely a fun cook.